Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody that has been coming to my channel. Like this video, share this video, and hit that notification bell so you guys know when I drop my next one. Today, we are going to get straight into this really crazy topic that has been trending all day concerning Tyla, South African music phenomena, and Charlemagne the God. The interview itself went all the way off the rails as he brought up questions concerning her use of the word colored, which I am actually starting to understand is the accepted word from South Africa, which is very different than America. We're going to get into that in just a moment, as well as the completely viral responses from everybody that's been putting a 2 cent in online concerning this topic of being colored or being black. We're going to get straight into a clip from this interview. Then I'm going to come back with Tyla's social media response. So I'm going to play that now and come back with my commentary.
About your identity as a South African colored person. What does that even mean?
Can we not? Por favor.
Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too. I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that. I like the character. That's good. That's even better.
Next one, please.
That's even better.
Okay, so you guys just heard that short clip that has gone viral, and Tyla went back online and put out a statement, and it says, "Yeah, guys, never denied my blackness. I don't know where that came from. I'm mixed with black, Zulu, Irish, Mauritian, Indian, and colored. In South Africa, I would be classified as a colored woman. In other places, I would be classified as a black woman. Race is classified differently in different parts of the world. I don't expect to be identified as colored outside of South Africa by anyone not comfortable doing so because I understand the weight of that word outside of South Africa. But to close this conversation, I am both colored in South Africa and a black woman. As a woman for the culture, it's and or not. With that being said, Asambi." Okay, now this is the statement that she posted online. And again, this went viral with 12 million views as of the making of this video. Now, I am actually going to get into someone that said they had inside information that Charlemagne was really trolling her, which honestly I do believe. A lot of us really don't really pay any mind to Charlemagne or the Breakfast Club at this point. I think the course of that show, in my opinion, has really ran its course. I'm going to play this short clip and then come back with my commentary on what I believe is actually happening with this situation with Tyla. I'm going to play it right now, you guys.
Yo, I'm in Vegas right now for the Gervonta Davis fight, but I had to say one thing because no one else is going to say it. So even though I know no one ever wants me to be the person to say things, no one else says anything, so I'm going to say it. I don't know if you've seen the video going around of Charlemagne blindsiding Tyla with questions about a variety of topics and just saying mean things, being vulgar to her the second the interview started, just being nasty and a bully as he often can be. I just want to let you know why that is. We were given a list of things she did or did not want to talk about, which is not unusual. And you can decide how much you care about avoiding those topics. And maybe you might say, hey, you know what? If they don't want to talk about this, we're not going to do the interview. In this case, obviously they said yes to doing the interview. And then I know this because I've seen the list. He then went down the list and intentionally blindsided her about every single topic that they said she hoped not to talk about. everyone's making about one thing, but it's a multitude of topics that he brought up that were on that list. And if you see the video, he took pride in sticking it to the label and did that, not worrying about how it made Tyla feel, who was a young artist who's already apprehensive and uncomfortable, and made this experience miserable and made it bad for other people who would like to interview her, because that's the kind of guy he is. But he sits on a throne, and he calls himself a god. So, I mean, he's obviously a big man.
Okay, so you guys just heard that clip, and to be honest with you, I wholeheartedly believe that Charlemagne the God did pull this stunt. I don't know why, but like I said, a lot of people do not jump up to watch Charlemagne the God or The Breakfast Club as much as they used to years ago. This show really has took a turn for me probably in the last 4 or 5 years. I personally do not watch it very often, but right now I want to educate people that are not from the U.S. or maybe have not been to history class in a while if you live in the U.S. What are these Jim Crow laws and this colored situation we keep having? Jim Crow laws are essentially laws that were introduced that enforce racial segregation, okay? It basically meant the separation of black and white people in the United States, and it remained all the way up until 1965. And basically, it was formal and informal segregated policies that several states enacted, and basically it was the public right to discriminate against black people. The laws were made basically like, for example, black people couldn't use the same bathroom as whites. Black people had separate water fountains, separate dining areas, separate areas on the bus, separate schools, which was painted to be equal, but, we knew that they were not equal. The Plessy versus Ferguson case was the start of unwinding the Jim Crow era laws in 1896. However, it still took several decades, even after Plessy versus Ferguson, to get rid of the Jim Crow laws. Now, honestly, we can still argue if we're still separated or whatever. But I just want to give you guys a rundown, and that's why we really don't use that colored commentary in America no more. Now, getting back to Tyla, the internet has been divided about this issue. I do feel some of the commentary. However, I do feel that we all need to be re-educated on these variances, on where these terms are used and not used. I do believe that we are missing a place where we should be having an open dialogue about our differences and maybe try to learn from each other. I'm a black woman. I live in the United States. It would have been very nice to hear more of a dialogue from people from South Africa that would explain, their civil history in a nice discourse where we can understand it. I think we missed that. And honestly, Tyla is like 22, 23. Right now, honestly, I do believe she just wants to be a star. How we got all up into this colored conversation is beyond me. Honestly, it kind of went over my head when this started. But I feel like we are definitely losing an educational discourse right now, for South Africa as well as America, instead of dragging this young lady down. I do not believe that we should be doing that. Now, honestly, I do like her music. Her album was really, really good. I also like Tim's a lot. So I do feel like we are getting some really, really good music from the continent of Africa as a whole, and I hope that we continue to do so, to get that out there, to share, share our music. So tell me what you guys think below. Like, share, subscribe. Till next time, be safe, enjoy your night. Bye, guys.